This UPS plane lost its left engine right after takeoff. A routine departure became a serious emergency when the aircraft lost control and slid off the runway. This military aircraft went into a graveyard stall after serious pilot error. After an extremely hard landing, this Alaska Airlines plane completely destroyed its nose gear. During its landing approach in Africa, this plane came dangerously close to striking an Impala. This plane touched down too early, destroying its landing gear before bearing off the runway. During a military air show, this fighter jet nearly crashed after the pilot oversteered right after landing. This plane aborted the landing late, pulling up and retracting the gear with almost no altitude to spare. Not exactly a textbook margin. The left engine of this plane blew up right after takeoff, causing panic on board. Definitely not part of the in-flight entertainment. During an air show in England, this pilot underestimated the altitude needed to execute a loop. This aircraft had to go around after a flock of birds joined the runway. Traffic sometimes best to wait to open your parachute until you cleared the plane. I'm pretty sure this pilot actually wanted a stunt pilot. Unable to climb the pilot. And this is why you check the height clearance when transporting 7'7".
And this is why safety distances are practiced during air shows. Ever seen a firefighting plane in action? Well, look no further.
made for a tense moment. The aircraft briefly considered becoming a belly flopper, but thought better of it.
Stay upright, stay upright. He's good.
This fighter jet was falling apart after heavy fire, but the pilot was able to eject at the last second. This Alaska Airlines plane almost went for a swim. After landing, luckily no one was injured.
2번 퍼포드. 오늘 간단히 플러스라.
Right as the skydivers exited the aircraft, the plane entered a serious stall, but the pilot managed to recover it shortly after. These two student pilots showing that everything that can go wrong will go wrong. This guy became one of the luckiest pilots ever when his engine went out seconds after takeoff instead of 1,000 feet in the air. Seconds after takeoff, this plane hit two birds, but the engines stayed clear. Aviation's version of that was way too close. This plane's left engine caught fire during takeoff, and the pilot was luckily able to abort it in the last second before going airborne.
People get you. Remain seated. Fire!
This aircraft's right engine erupted in flames during takeoff, prompting an immediate aborted departure. While this helicopter was trying to land on a mountain in Austria, it completely lost control and almost took out the ground crew. The student pilot completely lost control while landing and proved, once again, why he's still a student. This Delta plane suffered an engine fire during its pushback, not something you want to see right before takeoff.
Was that behind it?
During a landing in extremely strong winds, this plane lost control after touchdown and veered off the runway, causing hundreds of thousands in damages. During this landing, the winds were so strong that the landing gear of the plane was destroyed upon hitting the ground. This park plane decided to try and go for a flight on its own. The strong wind's bold move. Landing a plane while missing your left landing wheel ain't easy. But this guy came in like he's doing this every other day.
Smooth approach, steady descent, and then the landing gear filed a complaint.
These people on the road were suddenly surprised by a helicopter flying extremely low. But little did they know that they were having mechanical issues and were doing so in case of a sudden emergency landing. These two pilots got so close midair, it looked like they were trying to share the same flight path and somehow made it work. Just a gyrocopter showing off, while the local bird population turns it into their personal air show. And now you never have to wonder about how those cell towers are built ever again. And this is what it looks like when one of the world's biggest planes executes an extremely wet takeoff